So this is my short film review of Rock, Paper, Scissors for UK Film Review. The film is written and directed by Franz Böhm and stars Oleksandr Rudynskyi playing a real person called Ivan, who is the main character of the film. Ivan, with his father and some others, are running a makeshift hospital. This is set during the current conflict between Russia and Ukraine. And this makeshift hospital is in a bunker in the sort of hillside. And early on in the short film, we sort of learn they're trying to move the hospital, trying to get them out of there because it seems that the sort of Russian forces are coming close. Ivan is Ukrainian, and their plans to escape go awry because the truck that was meant to come get them gets bombed by a Russian aircraft. So Ivan is told that there's some Russian soldiers approaching, two of them, and takes it upon himself to go and try and see them off. He gets an impromptu sniper lesson from one of the patients that they were treating, and he heads out into the hillside. But it turns out there's not 2 soldiers coming, there are 8, and he soon finds himself completely outnumbered and in a very dangerous situation, not just for himself, but also for the hospital and those that he cares about. Is absolutely incredible. It's an amazing short film. I'm a big fan of war films, and this is up there. It's a top tier war film. It's 20 minutes long, but that doesn't detract from how powerful this story is and how well it's been told. The cast and crew all brilliant, but yeah, Rudynskyi's performance as Ivan it's awards worthy, as I put in my review. It's awards worthy, and I hope he does get the recognition that he deserves, because it's absolutely brilliant. The director, Franz Böhm, knows how to really captivate the audience throughout. It's absolutely crucial in this type of story. It needs to feel sort of relentless, unnerving, and also give us enough grounding for us to really care about the characters, but also then get onto the action, get onto the the dangerous conflicts going on, and that's done really well. And it doesn't get too ambitious with what it's trying to do, even though it is actually a very ambitious film. There's aircraft, there's explosions, there's missiles, there's things, but it's not stretching itself so thin that you start to question the quality of it. Everything feels like a Spielbergian type war film. It's that good. Some of the bits I really enjoyed about the filmmaking were the use of the location. So you got this bunker where the hospital is, and it's sort of, the lighting is warm and it feels like a sort of safe haven, but it also feels a bit claustrophobic. They're kind of on top of each other. They're trying to sort of enjoy the peace that they have, but also they're very aware that they are in danger. So that warmness gets really contrasted with the outside where Ivan goes, which is like this hillside that's full of like grey rock, and it's really stark and cold and just feels a bit lifeless. That was a great use for the filmmaker to sort of juxtapose where you are, and that is unnerving in itself. So I love the way that was done. Compliment. There's a great scene where sort of Ivan realizes his mistake and realizes that he's way in over his head, and he kind of sort of pushes his face against the rocks, and we see his sort of sniper rifle, which is this sort of like browny orange color, contrasting against the rock, and it really stood out. It was really stark, really powerful, and we absolutely felt it for his character. That was a brilliant moment. It's one of those films that I think should be commended for getting out there during the conflict still ongoing, but obviously Ivan's story is one part of that small story within, I'm sure, countless others, and I think filmmakers that decide to go ahead and tell that story now, it's absolutely brilliant, really brave. We've seen it with other conflicts, sort of from Vietnam and the war on terror and things like that. There's lots of stories that can be told in a way that connects, and it's not to say that it's really getting that political, but there's so much there for people to sort of get involved with and talk about, and it has a lot of depth to it, and it's been done in a way that feels really worthy to Ivan's story. So yeah, absolutely brilliant. It's a 5-star film, undoubtedly. And yeah, looking forward to chatting with Brian, my other film critic on UK Film Club, about this. If you want to hear what Brian says and hear our chat about that, make sure you subscribe to the UK Film Review podcast. It's available wherever you get your podcasts. And yeah, if you do manage to watch Rock, Paper, Scissors, because I don't think it's out yet, let us know in the comments what you think, because for me, this is an absolute standout film of the year.